Did you know China is home to over 9,600,000 square kilometers of land, with entire regions still untouched by mass tourism? While most people associate China with megacities like Shanghai or Beijing, there's a quieter, more mystical side that few ever experience. One filled with hanging mountains, rainbow-colored deserts, lost villages, and nature so surreal it feels digitally rendered. But here's the twist. Even locals often haven't heard of these places. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on that forgotten side of the Middle Kingdom. Welcome to a deep dive into destinations that will absolutely change the way you think about China. If you love hidden travel gems, jaw-dropping landscapes, and stories from places that still feel undiscovered, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you stick around till the end. One of these spots is literally disappearing, and you won't want to miss it. Deep in the mountains of western Sichuan lies a place that feels more like the Himalayas than China. Yatting Nature Reserve is one of the most pristine alpine environments in the world. Guarded by three sacred snow-capped peaks, Chenrezig, Jampayang, and Shanadorj, this remote sanctuary holds deep spiritual significance for Tibetan Buddhists. The air is thin, the roads are long, but the rewards are staggering. Turquoise glacial lakes, golden meadows, and yak herders living in tiny wooden huts, untouched by modernity. At over 4,000 meters above sea level, Yatting isn't just a destination, it's a pilgrimage. It's the kind of place where you stop talking, just to listen to the wind echoing through untouched valleys. Yet few travelers make it here, partially due to the altitude and partly because it requires a combination of flights, buses, and serious stamina. But once you arrive, the stillness hits you like a wave. It's China, but through a lens most of the world has never seen. Now imagine a mountain range painted by the gods, or by a child with a really vivid imagination. That's Zhangye, China's famous Rainbow Mountains, located in Gansu province along the Old Silk Road. These dramatic, multicolored hills are the result of red sandstone and mineral deposits layered over 24 million years, then shaped by tectonic shifts and erosion. The result? Undulating stripes of red, orange, yellow, and violet rippling across entire valleys. From a distance, it almost looks fake, as if someone cranked up the saturation. The best time to visit is during golden hour, when the low sun sets the entire range on fire. And yet, despite going viral on Instagram a few years ago, Zhangye still sees fewer international visitors than you'd expect. It's relatively easy to reach via high-speed rail, but you'll want to give yourself time to hike through the viewing platforms to really take it in. Be warned, photos don't do it justice. This is something you truly have to see to believe. If you've ever seen those ethereal images of mist-shrouded villages nestled among rolling hills and golden fields, chances are you were looking at Wuan. Often referred to as the most beautiful countryside in China, Wuan is home to centuries-old Huizhou-style villages with whitewashed walls, dark-tiled roofs, and stone bridges arching gently over quiet rivers. What makes it magical, though, is what happens every spring. From mid-March to early April, fields of yellow rapeseed flowers bloom across the valleys, creating one of the most spectacular color contrasts in the natural world. The ancient villages of Liqing, Jiangwan, and Huangling become surrounded by seas of yellow and green, with villagers drying chili peppers and corn on rooftops, just as they've done for generations. Despite the beauty, Wuan has managed to avoid the kind of tourism that disrupts local life. Early mornings are misty and silent, broken only by the sound of footsteps on stone. It's rural China at its most cinematic. In the mountains of Fujian, you'll find some of the most unique architectural structures in the world, the Tulu. These massive, circular earth buildings were constructed by the Hakka people hundreds of years ago, designed to house up to 80 families under one roof. From above, they look like UFOs landed in the forest. From the inside, they're cozy, communal, and engineered for both defense and sustainability. With thick, fireproof walls made from rammed earth, sand, and bamboo, Tulu are cool in summer, warm in winter, and virtually indestructible. Visiting one feels like stepping into a living museum. You'll see elders playing cards in the courtyard, kids racing up wooden staircases, and chickens wandering through the central kitchens. While some Tulu have been abandoned, others are still very much alive. The Gaobei and Chushi clusters are among the most well-preserved, and unlike many tourist spots, you're actually welcome to walk inside and engage with the residents, many of whom are more than happy to share stories, snacks, and local tea. You've probably heard of the Grand Canyon, but have you heard of China's version? Enshi Grand Canyon, located in western Hubei, is a dramatic mix of towering limestone cliffs, crystal-clear rivers, and vertigo-inducing walkways bolted into cliff faces. It's been called one of the most beautiful gorges in China, but is still largely unknown outside domestic tourism circles. Hiking here is a full-body workout and not for the faint of heart. There are glass walkways that cling to sheer walls hundreds of meters above the valley floor. Yet, despite the adrenaline factor, it's remarkably peaceful. You'll encounter forests, waterfalls, and deep caves said to have been home to early human settlers thousands of years ago. And because it's not on the main tourist radar, the trails remain blissfully uncrowded. Think of it as the adventurous cousin to Zhangjiajie, but with fewer crowds and more surprises around every corner. Zhangjiajie, with its towering sandstone pillars, looks like something out of a science fiction movie, and in fact, it inspired the floating mountains in the film Avatar. This surreal landscape is located in Hunan Province and is paired beautifully with Tianmen Mountain, which means Heaven's Gate Mountain. Visitors can take a glass skywalk along the cliffs or ride one of the world's longest cable cars to the peak. The iconic Tianmen Cave, a massive hole through the mountain, adds to its mystical charm. The region is shrouded in mist, giving a feeling of walking through clouds. Rich in legend and breathtaking views, Zhangjiajie and Tianmen Mountain are nature's masterpiece, yet still unknown to many travelers. It's a quiet escape into a vertical world of wonder and ancient magic. And there you have it, places across China that even most Chinese people haven't explored. From rainbow mountains to submerged cities, from sacred peaks to whispering bamboo forests. These locations remind us that China is so much more than the skylines of Shanghai or the walls of Beijing. These are places where time slows down, where nature still dominates, and where the stories are whispered through mountain winds and echoing canyons. Whether you're planning a journey through Asia or just dreaming about it, let these destinations remind you of the magic that exists in the corners of the world most people overlook. Travel isn't just about checking boxes. It's about discovering places that change your perspective. And Unseen China does exactly that. If any of these places made it onto your bucket list, we want to hear about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you know someone who loves hidden gems, share this video with them, or better yet, start planning a trip together. Don't forget to subscribe to Voyago, because every week, we uncover another corner of the world that deserves your attention. From mountain villages to forgotten islands, we'll be your guide to the paths less traveled. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and remember, the most beautiful places are often the hardest to find.